After another disappointing performance, Arsenal sit 11 points behind leaders Liverpool, while Mikel Arteta has his sights on a Real Madrid star who would cost around €100 million and more. This is all the latest Arsenal news with Now Arsenal. The big question after the weekend's turn of events is, has the title race come to an end? Arsenal have lost further ground on leaders Liverpool and are now 11 points behind with just 12 games remaining. It was Arsenal's first home defeat of the season against West Ham United, and Graham Potter's resolute compact block proved a foil for Mikel Arteta as they rarely threatened the goal. Despite enjoying the lion's share of possession and having 20 shots on goal, Arsenal's mountain was made even steeper after Miles Lewis-Skelly's red card, as they never looked like turning the result around. So here are the 5 things we learnt from a damaging Arsenal defeat. Number 1. Arsenal struggled to break West Ham down. What we saw for most of the game was Arsenal camped in the Hammers' half, playing the ball from side to side and struggling to find Martin Odegaard or Declan Rice in their pockets. The injuries in attack were always going to be a problem, but even before the injuries to Kai Havertz, Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka, the problems were evident and were on display again today. Arsenal have struggled to break down teams that compact the centre and hit them on the break. Number 2. Red card practically sealed the loss. Although Arsenal missed a couple of chances after Lewis-Skelly was sent off, the fullback's red card meant that it was harder for Arsenal to stretch West Ham with only one fullback. Mohamed Kudus was so dangerous in transition throughout the game, but Lewis-Skelly had little choice but to take him down, as Kudus would have been in a position to score. For the second time in a month, the young fullback was shown a red card, but this time it is unlikely to be overturned. Number 3. Injuries stifle options off the bench. The changes made by Mikel Arteta today were the introduction of Alexander Zinchenko, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Ben White and Raheem Sterling. 3 of those 4 players are fullbacks. With Zinchenko and Ben White, Arteta can at least invert the 2 players, but neither is likely to get on the end of an attack and get Arsenal a goal. Injuries and suspensions have been a thorn in Arteta's side all season, and this may be the point where it becomes too much to deal with. Number 4. West Ham's dangerous transitions. It felt like a game plan right out of the David Moyes playbook, but every time Mohamed Kudus or Jared Bowen broke forward, West Ham looked dangerous, or at the very least could release pressure from Arsenal committing bodies forward. A midfield of Souček, Ward-Prowse and Alvarez was clearly a ploy to give Kudus and Bowen the freedom to get forward, and it worked. Bowen scored from Aaron Wan-Bissaka's cross, and Mohamed Kudus took on Lewis-Skelly before the England fullback was sent off. The 2 wingers, who started as strikers, had a big say in the game. Number 5. Key ground lost in the title race. In a carbon copy of last season, Arsenal have left themselves plenty of work to do in the title race. Last season, after training in Dubai in January, Arsenal powered to winning 16 out of 18 games to take the title race to the final day. This season, however, Arsenal have been depleted in attack, have struggled to break teams down and look second best against the Liverpool side that has barely missed a beat. Arsenal need to bounce back with a tough game against Nottingham Forest on Wednesday. All they can do is keep winning their games and hope Liverpool slip up. However, too many draws and now a defeat means that the title will be hard to come by. The loss to West Ham indeed feels utterly damaging for Arsenal Football Club. Oh, and one more thing we definitely learned from the London derby is that Raheem Sterling could be described as one of the worst deals Arsenal have made in recent years. Now, with Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli expected to return from injury soon enough, it seems unlikely that the Chelsea loanee will be given much confidence under Mikel Arteta. The 30-year-old may well be done in North London, and it's fair to say that the summer loan move hasn't worked out the way either party expected. Sterling has made 11 appearances in the Premier League this season, just 3 of which have been starts. He's failed to find the back of the net in any of those games and has just 1 assist to his name. The deadline day deal made sense for Arsenal. An experienced winner with over 100 Premier League goals arrived with a point to prove. Moreover, Mikel Arteta knew the player well, and there was a feeling that Raheem Sterling would hit the ground running. However, it simply hasn't turned out that way. And with his departure certain and Gabriel Martinelli lacking a strong rival on the left side of the attack, a sharp winger who can break down defences with ease, Mikel Arteta has set his sights on another top player. According to Fajes, Arsenal consider Real Madrid's Rodrigo as one of the top priorities for this summer. Los Blancos, of course, have a strong position on the move, and their stance suggests that luring the Brazilian away from the Bernabeu will be anything but straightforward. Since joining Los Blancos in 2019, the 24-year-old has cemented his status as one of the world's top forwards. The Brazil international has been part of Madrid's success, winning 3 La Liga titles and 2 Champions League trophies. His influence within the squad has also been highlighted by teammate Jude Bellingham, who recently described Rodrigo as the most talented and gifted player at the club, whilst also labelling him as very underrated. This season, Rodrigo has been instrumental in Madrid's quest for their maiden European treble of Champions League, La Liga and Copa del Rey, scoring 12 goals and assisting 9 in 34 appearances in all competitions. His stellar performances have caught the eye of Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, who reportedly sees Rodrigo as a key addition to the Gunners' attacking options. Despite growing interest from Arsenal, Real Madrid are reluctant to part with one of their most valuable assets. The report suggests that only an irresistible offer would force the Spanish giants to consider a sale, with a potential price tag of around £82.7 million or €100 million. The North London club are expected to be active in the transfer market this summer, particularly in the attacking department. Injuries have plagued Arsenal's forward line, leaving Arteta with limited options, the aforementioned Sterling, as well as Leandro Trossard and young prospect Ethan Nwaneri, the only fit attackers available. With Alexander Isak and Benjamin Sesko remaining priority targets for Arsenal, the club's growing interest in Rodrigo underlines their ambition to improve their attacking options ahead of next season. Having opted not to add to their squad in the January window, Arsenal are preparing for a busy summer as they look to strengthen both attack and midfield. And with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to Now Arsenal and check more information on our media channels. That's the NowArsenal.com website and our socials across Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video when we bring you more news on Arsenal Football Club.